The Out There channel, Robert and Paul.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Are we back? There's a slight lag there. Let me just post a few things up on the side chat. Unfortunately, got a Hoover going. Vacuum cleaner, or you want to call it. Hopefully it gets filtered out. I don't think anyone's joined me yet. Friday. Yeah. But I'll probably do some on the weekend as well, hopefully. So those that can't watch right now, join us in the side chat. Mind you, it should be coming up to afternoon to evening in USA now. So today's topic, disinformation again from the main YouTubers of ufology, as I call it. A new buzzword. I need to post up my pin tab there if you want to get hold of us on Discord, how to join, how to donate if you like what we do and keep us going. I've probably got enough money for 6 months left at this stage. We have really overspent already. Yeah, it's just amazing how costly it gets. Let's just pin that. A few people have been joining their Discord lately, which has been good to see. People enjoying the shows have suddenly gone to Discord, and maybe we can have them on sometime to see what their own personal experiences are, as well as what they think of the state of ufology. So we could probably even do some of that today if people want to, but we'll just go through the normal presentations of stuff and expose the lies as usual. What do we got? Spam coming up already. Go away, pop up. Can't read what it says. Alright, radio that's been caught as spam. Hide. Does it take it away from there? Doesn't hide it there. Okay. That vacuum cleaner is annoying. So, yeah, let's see. Did I bookmark it? Probably not. Probably get it off Discord though. Now Discord is really handy because you post all the links there. And I can bring it up because it runs in the tray all the time. And people can get hold of me most of the time. The problem is, where did I put it? It should be under Vetin, I would have thought. But it's not. Let's see. So we start off with nocturnal news thing. He's the cousin of Tyler Klockner, security. He's tried to get Tyler to plug him. He got upset and sort of leaked out a few informations about his cousin. That he is a scammer and liar. And then they took down the video after Tyler decided to promote him. So I got the link here. Let's see if I can copy it. So we start with this one first. And we'll work through the silliness of it.
And we are back. Alright guys, nocturnal news. Okay.
So what's the first BS meter you see straight away? Here are the top 3 frauds on YouTube as we speak. Security, followed by Third Phase, and followed by this guy here. He was around before those guys, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Scott C. Warren. He said he was leaving the ufology, which was a good thing, and then he come back and called himself ET Database. Unfortunately, he plugs that he's been on TV and all these shows out there, right? Because they wanted to use his material, which was really other people's material. So basically, he would find stuff on NASA, tweak it, filter it, and crop it, so it made it look more like a UFO thing. And these TV shows would pick up on it and use his material. So Nocturnal News is doing a shout out to him. This proves that frauds work with frauds. So he may not work with Third Phase because he doesn't like Third Phase, but he works with Tyler and he works with this Scott C. Warren. And if Street Cap 1 was around still, he'd be working with that fraud as well.
A big shout out here to UFO Sightings Daily, my friend Scott over there. This amazing ISS discovery that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, what are we looking at here? I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, again, straight away it's been cropped, right? You know, NASA stuff has always got the logo, and also it's got a map of whereabouts the space station is over the Earth, right? I'm not sure if we can find it or not, but maybe we can find a live feed of it. So what's all this on the screen here? It's obviously been zoomed in a bit. You can see it's low light. Obviously it's on the dark side of planet Earth, right? So as you know, international space cameras only look downwards. They look towards the Earth and the edge of it. But you listen to this guy, he's making claims that these are things in space, and those little dots are little, these little dots here are little stars. Okay, we know for a fact that you can't see stars with your eyes, let alone cameras in space. Because you got to have long exposure, right? Because the stars are so faint. So let's just
Something
keep
like
on
that.
going.
But I don't think so. Either they're dumping something from the ISS, or these are aliens, UFOs. I don't know, unknown, right? It's a
Everything's
mystery.
a
I have no
UFO.
idea. Now, Scott had a theory that perhaps they're dumping pee or poop out of the ISS. I mean, it could be.
Now, here's the example. He just skimmed past. He didn't want you to
They're
look at.
dumping pee
He didn't want you to
or
look at that one
poop
too
out of the
fast.
ISS. I mean,
See this one here. What's that look like to you there? Looks like coastline, right? Looks like it's going around edge of a coastline, and looks like a major city here with little spider webs coming off it, which are roads, right? So that are lit by high mast lighting. So where does that look like it's at? Africa? South America? What bit comes out like that? Indonesia? India? So we got no idea where the International Space Station is looking, and it's misleading.
it could be. I don't know. I mean, anything is possible, but
Okay, so now we get a hint. This part of the space station here. Now you can see that aimed in the camera off that cupola, whatever it's called, observation deck. Cupola, is that how you say it? Which we covered last time. This thing here looks like the Death Star. But yeah, that's it there. They've got it up that direction, but it's actually upside down. And that's pointing directly to Earth there. Right. So they only got certain angles here where they can see the edge of Earth and all that. And if you type in SS nighttime Earth, you should be able to do some pattern matching here. Okay, straight away we're going to see these star patterns and coastline outlines. So for these ones, haven't been zoomed right in, right? So can you see the spider webs? The spider web cities. There you go. And it's always brighter where all the things are, and then they have little lines coming off it where the streets are. Is there any really good ones here? You can see the outline there. Probably a lake. And you can see the lines there. Yeah, that's a pretty good one there, isn't it? You can see the grid pattern of the streets and stuff. If you zoom down, and there's the view that you can get with the edge of the Earth and view here. So you got to remember that observation deck called the cupola is hanging down this way. So it's one of those side windows. And they've got the camera in. And you can see it's the same colour as well to what's in that video here. City lights look orange. Not bright white or anything like that. Okay, we've got some spammers again. Hopefully we get some moderators pop up. There's the sun coming up now. You can see how much that's going to change things. It's illuminating pretty good. So yeah, it's a no-brainer really. There's no one with a spider web pattern with the little straight lines coming off it. Be good if we had the right location though. Then we could do a complete match. P out the window? I don't think so, guys.
An amazing discovery. Now, I've seen things like this in the past. Plasma, some type of, space entities. Like, I have no idea. But again, we're not looking at ground lights. We're not looking at the ocean. We're not looking at, anything earthly. Now, the ISS live cam is pointed down to the Earth.
In fact, what is it at the moment? Live cam. Would it be in dark over there? Probably not. Still evening, isn't it? Depends where it is, I guess. Live cam. Here we go. Let's see if we can find it. Space station. It gives us a map, you see, where it is, which these frauds channels don't tell you. And it shows you what's in darkness and what is not. So you got to remember, they're travelling around the Earth at almost 18,000 miles per hour, and it circulates it in an hour and a half. So it'll probably go brightness and then darkness and then brightness and all that sort of stuff. So live feed, let's see if we can do it. I'll post a link to it if it works. Okay, it's in darkness where it is now, which is basically where this put it on here. I can't see too much city lights. It has got a sort of an orange glow to it though, hasn't it? Overcast, is it? It's hard to tell by that map. Thick clouds are blocking the light from the ground. So it normally passes over your head of your city within 1 to 6 minutes generally. So it's moving quite fast above your head. You'll be lucky to spot it. At the moment, Starlink satellites, you're seeing lots of those all in a row. There's just thousands of them in the atmosphere, and they're still adding more. They're not finished. So it's moved a fair bit. Not too sure why it's got 2 lines here though. Maybe that's where it was last time. So it gradually moves slightly each time it goes around, maybe. We need some space scientists here that knows all this stuff. Unfortunately, we missed it going from bright to dark. Maybe if I started in the stream a wee bit earlier by half an hour, I might have caught it. So how long will it take from there to there? I don't know. I've not sat and watched it. Over South America now, is it? Yeah. So it's just going to pass that, almost that place where they got South Atlantic anomaly. So for they're high enough up not to be too much affected by it. And they're slightly away from it too. Normally they turn off their satellites as they pass through that anomaly because it can cause voltage surges in the electronics and blow up the satellite, which costs billions of dollars. Hello Brandy, how's it going? Oh, I forgot to clear the last message. That's alright. Is it updated? We've got a bit of lag here. It's very slow too. I might have to clear up something here because we're just doing the live stream thing for NASA at the same time. Just kill some background jobs that might help us. A little batch file got there. Okay, let's see if that's faster. Now we got another spammer, have we? Did I miss one? No. Cool. Okay. Where were we? So it's moved a wee bit there, hasn't it? Heading off into the sea almost. We do full screen. Okay. Looks a bit like my sky watching on my smartphone, doesn't it? Shame they haven't got infrared next door, side by side, and also night vision. That would be really good, wouldn't it? So there's not many, obviously, cities out near the ocean where it is at the moment. And it was clipping the edge of the top of South America. I'm not sure if there's too many bright cities there, but obviously it's overcast. Probably have to look at weather map. Let's see if we can find weather map. South America. Yeah, so we want clouds really, or satellite infrared image really. That's today's one, is it? Let's see, is it overcast? Are we doing a YouTube video? It looks like quite a lot of cloud cover there. Satellites. Try that. Here we go. Yeah, there's a bit of cloud there. Up the top here where it was passing. And further below. And that was the last one taken by infrared, was it? No. Damn it. River Center. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, that's useless. It's got a lot of missing places on that. Even Australia's pretty overcast at the top there. You think we'd get something here, Google, but you're giving us a load of crap sites so far. That one's Latin America. You think that would show it? Is that current though? Yeah, it's got a little cloud covering around where the cities would be. Anyway. Hasn't moved much. Nope. Maybe we just leave that running in the background and come back to it, see how far it's progressed maybe. Anyway, back to this again, the stupidity of these being urine crystals. Yellow crystals out in space. Lovely.
You know, and you can see the stars behind these anomalies, you know.
Okay, so as you saw, there's a lot of noise. Go back to that one again. You can see all the noise where the sensors having trouble detecting any light at all. In fact, I think I just saw a satellite move that way. You can see the shimmer in here is all noise because the sensors having trouble. And they're obviously not using the Sony new sensors. But they kind of look like stars, don't they? But it's just noise, I think. And some of it could be city lights, of course. Or fishing boat lights. Trawlers, that sort of thing. Anyway, we'll come back to it. And
ruling out, anything, on Earth. I mean, this is in low Earth orbit here, whatever it is. Now, of course, the ISS moving at 17,000 miles an hour. To me, it kind of looks like it's passing by. Like it's just mind-boggling. I have absolutely no idea. But again, Scott found this at the NASA website. I can leave a link below. I mean, they have over, I want to say half a billion, with a B, half a billion views on all their live videos over there. And it's incredibly difficult to find things like this. You have to just basically watch and hope you get lucky, and he did. He found something really cool. It reminds me, remember SpaceX had that triangular craft fly by the Dragon capsule? Kind of reminds.
Which again was city lights. And everybody was misrepresented it, right? And you can see here, we know that the space station is moving faster than the Earth is spinning in the same direction. The Earth spins in the same direction as this space station is moving, right? Goes left to right. And so the space station is moving faster in outer space, and you can see these lights are going past. It's overtaken them.
Reminds me of
which
that.
You'd expect.
I just simply don't have an explanation. I don't know. I mean, space debris, urine, poop. I have no
City
idea
lights.
What we're looking at.
Speak the
but
truth.
It's real. It's there. It's directly from a NASA video. So
Garbage in, garbage out. Okay, so this be done with that one. I haven't been keeping too much of an eye on him lately. Hey Michael, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Chip in if you want to on the side, have a say. We're just keeping an eye on the space station live feed. To see if we can see any city lights like that last shot. But as we found out, it depends on the cloud cover. And of course how they've got the camera set up too. Maybe they got the camera on wide angle. It looks like they might have actually, eh? Which means you ain't going to see the finer details. But anyway, we'll just keep coming back to that, see what happens. So who's next? Probably should do GUFON. He's putting out garbage too. In between the rants, of course, and the attacks. Let me just see if I can find it. Okay, so I think you got this one right. Balloon, wasn't it?
It was January 5th. He says, my daughter and I talked about, this is from Jason Ward. Here's Stephen Greenstreet. Photos and video of my UFO sighting today in Laguna Niguel, California. This object remained more or less, in the same location of the sky despite constant east to west winds.
It's kind of funny though. He debunks other people's balloon videos, but when it comes to his own balloon videos, he calls it a red snake and a red worm in the sky when it's actually a wedding arch, right? He knows it is a wedding arch. So, yeah, he's Mr. Double Standards, right?
My wife first saw it, then me, then another adult, and we all agreed it was stationary. Right.
Yeah, again, it's all to do with perspective, isn't it? How far up something is, how far away it is, how fast the wind current is, where it is at the current situation. They will look like it's just hanging there. Now, that's what balloons do.
Of course you did, because you don't know any better. You cannot tell if an object is moving unless you're not moving and you get something in line with it, something in the sky. And this didn't look that high. It looked like a balloon in the sky. I mean, that.
So, he doesn't do any enhancements to it like I do, I suppose if we enhanced it, you probably could see one circle at the top there, or maybe a tear shape, and a bigger balloon underneath there, and it looks like maybe a bunch, two underneath. And you can see how low grainy it is as well. But we can take a clip of that here and see how good it comes out. Select area. That'll do. If it was a weather balloon, it would look slightly different. It would look more tear shaped probably, or just one big round white circle. Because regular weather balloons look like big wedding balloons. Wedding balloons start at 7 feet and grow to 32 feet and can go up to 115,000 feet before they pop and then come shooting downwards. Yep, I'm going to put it there. And we're just bring up the folder, which I haven't got pre-opened, my mistake. Let's going to think about it. Come on. Okay, so we want to run that through. Paint.net. We can scale it up. Without getting pixelization using algorithms. Maintain aspect. Now you can probably try the curves. You can play around with the contrast, the brightness, and to underexpose it. And you can start to see it turns more into a circle, that one. We can do color swap, which gives us a bit more control. As long as the CPU. Okay, now we're getting a perfect circle shape happening here. Kind of looks like it's got some string attachments here. Okay. And that could be one or two balloons further down still. But yeah, that looks a wee bit better than the original image now, doesn't it? Without adding too many artifacts in. Okay, so what you can do is also sharpen it. Wrong thing. Got lots of tools and functions here. And we can start to sharpen it a wee bit. See if it improves it. And you can start to see the pixels. But you can see there's definitely some lines connecting. So what would it be? Well, it's obviously a bunch of balloons, right? Probably wedding balloons, these kinds. That'd be from a wedding, and someone's just released it from a table that's probably out inside in the garden. Wedding balloons, helium, white, garden. And here's the 3 balloons we get straight away. Okay, some examples here. So you can see the various vary in size from small to very big, and often joined together in 3s. And here's an example. So does that mean that one of those has been deflated? Possibly. But it looks like one balloon there.
Oh, yeah.
We got another subscriber. Welcome aboard. So if we draw circles around where we think, where it looks like the balloons are, we've got one that looks like it's there. Another one tucked up right behind it there. And that one looks like one here. And then you got the bigger one. Obviously. And I've got the right size here though. So we're looking at 4 balloons. And we can see the strings between. Which will be like white ribbon, actually. Looks like that. So instead of just talking about it, just do some analysis on the fly like I do, and you get a better result. And you can show people why it's balloons. You probably could even find that particular format in an image and overlay it if you wanted to, but obviously it's going to be something like they've done here, right? And it's split, cut away, and floated off. Yeah, 4 of them. There you go. Bingo, you know. But anyway, you can see that, I think, without me overlaying it and all that. So we'll just move on. So GUFON is correct here, but he's not really proving it to people, you know. He's just saying it's from his own experience, right? Yeah, that's no good.
That's classic. Robert Bingham. Robert Bingham is who that reminds me of.
Yep. Hello there. Welcome to the Out There channel.
You know who I mean. And then I think this could be a possible answer for it. People don't understand. And that's okay if some people just don't know, because they don't.
It's up to you to educate them then, GUFON. Just like what I just did. Use the tools. Okay. On to the next thing. What's he talking about there?
Remember that?
Is that the one with the ghosts in the background? I'm not sure. What are we meant to be seeing on that one? TikTok. Can See, it's an old photo that's sort of got bent and damaged as well. So we got pareidolia somewhere, or have we actually got something that looks like someone looking through the window? To me, I don't really see anything there.
That. Hey, Mr. DB. Can't even show you. Same flame, same. You some new information.
Why can't I find it now?
Oh,
Hey, let's see if we can find the next one. Is that it? It could be. Let's have a look.
What is that? Venus or Jupiter with another planet?
Looks like it's flickering a bit.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't see it. I don't see military shoots UFOs in Romania. Does anybody see that? I mean, look at this. I'll go back to the beginning. This is it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I see. These are UFOs. This is not UFOs. And they're not shooting at them. What is this?
That's highly suspect to me, if you ask me. But
I want to go back.
I think they're cluster flares that they
this
fired
thing
up into the atmosphere, right, to illuminate things. So they have a whole bunch of these flares tied together, right, and they have parachutes, and they fire them up from the ground, or drop them from helicopters, and they just light up the clouds so you can see anything in there. But you got to be careful of these videos, because what they do is they get hold of military video and start adding these little blobby bits in here and there to represent UFOs when they're just doing CGI fakes, of course. So let's just keep watching that one.
See this? Oh, they're military flares they dropped. That's all. That's what these are. They're military flares. They dropped flares so they can see the...
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long to work it out. But also what they do is they use it maybe for target practice now. So these are starting to come down. Now they can get their artillery guns out and start shooting at them. And if they hit some of the parachutes, some of these will lose little lights that come down. Looks like they're dripping metal and stuff, that people say UFOs are dropping metal. They're just illumination target flares, and they're just used to calibrate their guns ready for attack. So where did you say that was? Ukraine at the moment?
area. That's all. It's got to be a military exercise.
And you can see all the smoke coming off it. Yeah, so they're not that far away, really.
Of something. No UFOs there. I can't do it. Interesting, though.
You can't do it, guys.
Unbelievable beams of light projected from Saturn's
this is the one I want to talk
Are
about.
they a message?
Yeah, this one I debunked
Or
probably
a
a year or two
phenomenon?
ago.
And this is from UFO Man. He's
UFO
given us
Man is another
permission to
fraud.
use his stuff anytime we want
The
it.
top frauds go Tyler, Secure Team, Third Phase, Scott C. Warren, just going by the numbers of people. Next one I think is UFO Man, but it could be Mr. MBB by now. He was getting quite a lot of subs, wasn't he? And you got Mavi as well up there. So they're the main disinformation people that put up the same garbage all the time and try to say it's UFOs without doing any analysis before they put it up. I don't mind them putting it up for example, right? Say, oh, this is people claiming to be this, but it's actually this, so people learn from it. But anyway, we'll just carry on here.
But I will do fair use because... Wow, this is weird. Check this out. We will fair use the shit out of this just to be nice people. All right, here we go.
laser beam started popping off of Saturn, so check it out. Hey guys, it's UFO Man. Here's a clip coming out about Saturn. It has been...
Okay, so I debunked this one a few years ago. The thing to film Saturn, you can see it's overexposed here. So that means it's on long exposure, and obviously on cheap telescopic imagery here, on lenses, I mean. This is a woman that I think has a clip-on lens, if I remember right, on her smartphone, and filming through like a telescope as well, a hold-up one. Now, if it's time-lapse, what happens with time-lapse? You have things fly in front of it while it's building up the light, such as planes, right? So what you're seeing here is plane contrails. And maybe it's just the angle of the sun at the moment when she's filming that is so orange, and the plane contrails are orange.
Whoa!
Right?
Look at this.
Now this guy doesn't have a clue. Again, you got to know enough about cameras, artifacts, and long exposure, and all the things that go wrong. And this will be a contrail here that's being lit up, and it could also be the flashing strobe light, which is also red. I have done this one before, or she films this one quite regularly with the same effect where the laser beams sort of happen. I'm not sure if you can find it or not, but let's just put it in Saturn. It's more of a white image, I think. And UFO Man is another one that doesn't explain these things to people. Straight away talks about being laser beams from Saturn shooting at UFOs or whatever. Crazy stuff. Here's the one here. Looks like the same stuff again, but been less messed around with. And now we can actually see that it's not actually illuminated contrail, it's actually a long exposure, and you can actually count the dots between the strobe lights with the flashing wingtip light, which is obviously green, but it's come across blue here, and also the red one that pulses, and you can see that it's made up of little dots each time the plane moves and flashes. So this woman's well known for this, and it's kind of disgusting that it's still being promoted. When did I put that one out? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, man. And he doesn't know still about this.
Interesting.
So that you can see these beams of light that are coming out from the rings.
Wow, no way. I've never seen that before. Has anybody ever seen that?
Yes.
Something like a phenomenon.
Them. Coming up are a couple of still shots and a replay of the original footage.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. Wow, I have no idea. I don't. That is really weird. That is really weird. I have no clue.
So GUFON,
So I'm trying to think.
If he watches my show after this, he will learn.
What could it be? People, I need your help. What could it be?
Has anyone stood inside here? I don't think anyone else
looks like
knows.
laser lights. We have a bad connection here.
The thing with lasers, though, as you know, if you get one from the ground to the cloud yourself, what happens to your laser beam? It gets wider and wider as it goes up. So to say this is laser beams sounds ridiculous in the atmosphere, because the air bounces the light away and gradually bends it into like car headlights almost. So that's why they use LED lights on cars now, because they're very bright. And it disperses and lights up the side of the roads better, right? We've still got some spammers happening, have we? Going to slow us down a wee bit. Need some more people I can trust to be mods on the side. Um, Michael, I could make you one, couldn't I? Are you still here? Do you want to wield a spanner? Okay, so this is the one I wanted to bring up for GUFON. I think that's about it. Move on to the next one. Now, this is kind of silly. He's sort of challenging Lou to a boxing match or something. I'll just make you a moderator so you can help out with any spammers on the side. I'm not sure you hear it often enough though, that's a problem. Here we go. It's quite easy to do. You just push the little dots next to it and you can just time them out. If you hide a user, it basically bans them from the channel completely. So that's the last resort one. But if they're spamming like these ones are, just click on report and then you say spammer and hit OK, and it does a hide and a delete at the same time. So if you say a comment now, you should get a spammer next to you, a spanner. Hey. Here's another one we can make a moderator on the rise. He seems like he's a good sort. So anyone that's around now may be able to help out. There we go. You got a spammer? Yep. And he's got a spanner. Oh, it doesn't show it on that comment though, does it? No, it doesn't show it on that one. On this highlighter. Yeah, it's kind of silly. He was putting a thread out to Lou there. I think Lou would win hands down, actually. And he's saying he would leave ufology, which is nonsense. He would never leave ufology, even if he started up another channel and started talking about politics. He still would talk about UFOs at some point. So yeah, that's not a really good bet.
Taller than you and weight. Come on. What do you got to lose? You're Lou Elizondo. You've got the experience. You're even 4.5 years younger than me.
So this doesn't sort of help ufology anyway whatsoever. People being Muncho. I think maybe he's trying to impress a lady on his side chat here. I don't know. Maybe he's got some wacky followers that like this sort of craziness. To me, this is not what the topic's meant to be about. Threatening people to challenge them to a fight, and the money goes to charity. That's just absolute nonsense. NN tried that with Lions Ground, and that didn't go anywhere either. So, yeah, he's just going to be like the man when Lou says he can't because he's got contracted medically not to do fighting, and his wife doesn't want it. Or whatever, you know.
Challenges out there. If I don't get a reply, I'm putting out a video.
Hey, come to New Zealand, I'll sort you out. Anyway, I don't think there was anything else useful. We'll have a quick look. The war zone. Mystery aircraft spotted at Area 51. Well, you know that. That's what they've been doing there for the last, how many years? Since we've known about them. Obviously, since the nuclear testing, they've probably been testing planes out there. That's just crazy. But I reckon they've been doing a lot more than that. They've been testing out nuclear plane engines out there. Which is a no-no, right? Normally. So yeah, they're looking at various images they've seen, is it?
Oh yeah, I see it here.
So it's one of the new planes, is it? I don't know, what is it? It looks like a fancy pattern actually etched into the ground. What is it? Enhanced. Now you could spend ages looking over stuff like that over Area 51.
Hey, that's it.
Doesn't mean anything. Yeah, they're like the Delta planes.
Cool. That's cool. The aircraft has no discernible tail surfaces, with what is likely its exhaust extending to the rear and blended with the curved trailing edges of the wings, providing something of a rear apex. Its forwarded fuselage tapers into what's most likely a pointed nose. There's no doubt about it. This is a fluid-looking design that would...
Makes me wonder that it hasn't been blurred or something, if that accidentally got out from satellite images, right? Something not quite right with this. So this looks like disinformation that maybe American would do. Put some false images on the ground, waiting for a satellite to pass over, just allow it to be on Google to fool not just ufologists, but also Russia and China, right? Thinking they've got some really super new aircraft weapon that goes hypersonic speeds, you know. So yeah, I'm not too sure I'd actually believe anything from satellite, because there's so much lying and corruption in the government and deception. You know, they're talking about false flag at the moment on the news this morning about Russia doing a false flag in Ukraine to try and evoke a response from America and stuff, so then they have a clear case to go in and invade after that point, right? Hopefully they don't take the bait. So yeah, so enough of GUFON. I think that's about it for him. Oh look, I forgot about this. Now we're starting to see the clouds, guys, and we can now see how deep those clouds were. And we get some more light, is it? I think maybe it was turned off before, actually. Oh, they had it on the wrong setting. But that looks like in daytime now, doesn't it? Ah, you could watch that all day. It's quite relaxing, isn't it? Really nice. Unfortunately, we can't see the same city lights because it's now light there. Is that map correct yet, though? Makes you wonder if this is real time. I don't think it's moved, has it? Let's reload that page. Wee bit suspect. Someone might have adjusted the camera to be better low light sensitive, maybe. But they forgot. Oh, we forgot to turn the switch. Hang on, the map's changed, hasn't it? Oh no. Alright, it's over Africa now. See that? Oh, there you go. It's gone out of the darkness. That's why. We're waiting for it to pop out the darkness, and it's not in real time. Damn. I was waiting for it to get to there. Let's see what would happen. Oh well. Maybe I'll bookmark that and come back to it another day. See if we can see the star patterns that I was talking about. Now, they normally have all this on the screen here. If you look at Scott ones, he actually cropped all that out, didn't he? If he was capturing the screen, he was obviously cutting it down to here. I think there's normally another watermark here too. Oh, right up the top here, was it? Down the bottom. Yeah. Almost looks like CGI though, doesn't it? You can see here the edge of the thing. It almost looks like it's been cookie cutted out. It wouldn't be too hard to fake it, would it? So you can see why people are a wee bit suspect. There's a problem. I'd expect a few more colour changes in that part of it there. It's funny how it gets brighter when I go full screen as well. That's kind of strange. So we're coming up to Australia now. It looks like it's doing it real time here, and it's moved a wee bit, hasn't it? Oh, right, suddenly So he changed it. I think it's flipping through, isn't it? What happened there? Something happened there. Is it flipping cameras, is it? No. Well, it's certainly overcast there. Don't think it said IBM there before, did it? Yeah, maybe it did. You can actually see the light of the sun reflecting off the water as well. Okay, we've got a long way to wait for it to go in the dark again. But I might just bookmark that and post it on the side for you as well. Yeah, probably best to use multiple apps, as you said in the side chat here. One that tracks it properly, doesn't time out in a separate tab, and have the camera on a separate tab. IS live. But is it live? Seemed to change quickly then. I wasn't quite watching it, how it went. It definitely looks different all the time, doesn't it? But the angle to the sun's got to be changing now. I think they put a filter over it when they do that, don't they? That's why it's brighter when you do that. Way brighter. We're against some islands now. But still, it looks like it's a computer game, doesn't it? It looks like it's like... Oh, we just had a bit of space station on the side here. Yeah, it almost looks like artificial game colour in there, doesn't it? It'd be good if we could see stuff moving on the ground as well, but I think we're too far up. So that's Australia, tip of Australia, was it? Okay, looks like Australia, doesn't it? Big landmass of iron ore and gold and copper and all that sort of stuff, right? Yeah, edge of Perth, where all the gold mining is, isn't it? But you'd think you'd better see open pit mines or something, even. But it looks really hazy, so there must be like a fine cloud cover or dust cloud or something. There's a few people watching, almost 1,000. 460 million total views. Does it mean when it was first started, or does it just mean per day? I don't know. So we're coming up to the other side of Australia, back over the sea, where you get a lot of clouds, because all the water is evaporating from the oceans, forming clouds, right? Look at that one, looks like a pattern here. 4, 5 maybe in a row. Anyway, it's interesting. I normally would pin that on the front so we can jump to it straight away. I got all these things I've added over the time. Low Skywatch. Let's reload. It takes a while to take a snapshot. Doesn't always work either, which is quite honest. Mind you, they tried to ban this app because it tried to do some ads or something. Okay, there it is, added on. mosey on. Just close that down now. And on to third phase now, I think. They put out a few things since we last looked, and they need to be sorted out. So where do we start? So the two Black Hawks, we looked at the footage last time, and I said it's possibly something being towed, like a border control blip was my best guess, rather than a helicopter, because it looked like it had a stationary spot beam coming down, and it looked like it was a bit bigger than the helicopter. But yeah, unless more information has come out on that I don't know about yet, I don't think it's been solved, has it? We could probably do a quick search to see if anything's news come up on that one. Two black. Like I said, I'm waiting for a new keyboard to come. Two Black Hawk UFO. And what we do now, so it's come up still here 6 days ago. Go tools, anytime, and choose it in the past 24 hours. The war zone, okay. Now they're talking about the raid on IS and killing someone today. Black Hawk down. Nothing about UFO there though. Also, why is it coming up? Alien races. Yeah, so nothing in 24 hours. Past week, and we already seen some. It's like 5 days ago. Does it give a solution? Probably not. Mysterious universe. Tic Tac glowing orb, he says. That was more a banana shape, I thought. He doesn't say much on it. What did the security camera record without any other information, questionable tracking data, and no substantial related on the ground witnesses? The needle is on 3 helicopters. Yeah, I have to say the 3 helicopter one would be like third in the list for me. Because some things didn't make sense of it, but yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself on it. Tampa, Florida, local news. That's it. Customs. See, that's what I would have thought. Maybe a border control balloon got away and they're towing it back. Because they went to a location, didn't they? And that was in the valleys there. Up near. Wasn't it Arizona? Up near Arizona there, where they have the border control balloons. What's this one here? 3 days ago. On YouTube, so that's not going to give us answers, is it? Who's promoting it?
2 Black Hawk helicopters were recorded escorting a UFO. Wrong.
Okay, that sounds like it's another UFO channel.
By popular ufologist Scott Waring, who currently
who we talked about as like number 3 fake news. Resides in Taiwan. I wonder why. 3 helicopters. Yeah, that's just a good guess, but not confirmed. Okay, so it's not been solved yet. We can put it down to, which is a bit of a shame. I thought if someone reported to MUFON, at least they would have gone around, maybe got an answer from the airports or whatever. On to the next one. What TR3B are they talking about here? Okay, looks like it's being filmed through a plane window. Didn't we look at this one before? Okay, looks like it's being filmed through trees here. Trees, some bright lights. That could be anything on the other side. Is it on a hill? It's hard to know. So it looks like a movie set or something, doesn't it? So where's this TR3B? So what's this on the edge here? If it's not being filmed through a plane window, then it's got to be a strange shaped window. Do you get that in cars like that? A wee bit suspect already, you see. Now they've zoomed in to crop out the window. Okay, what have we got here? Let's grab that. Let's do some enhancements on it. Unfortunately, we got the logo in the way. Probably need the original, really, but we'll see what happens. See what pops out. And we're dealing with obviously reflections as well, if it's through a window. Open. Here we go on the side chat. I've ignored you a wee bit, haven't I? Brandy, some are more accurate than others. I enjoy those apps. Elon Musk rocket hits the moon on March. Ah, yeah, that's right. That one went out of control, didn't it? And it's gradually decaying in orbit. Yeah, that will be interesting. What else did I miss? Tells you down to the second when it comes to view. Yeah, some of the apps are a wee bit out of time too. Heavers Above can be like 10 minutes out, I heard. Alright, I've just got a puzzle. Looks like it might be my plastic waterproof bag for the phone that I was going to use for sky watching. I'll leave that to after the show to open. I'm still waiting for my tripod and new camera. Okay, it does look like it's on a mountain, doesn't it, guys? And we got trees in the way. So is this guy filming it through a car window on a bridge and being mysterious about it? Let's have a look. And you can see it's got a lot of colour range here. A lot of colour range, a lot of lights. A lot of lights. That's a pretty bright light, isn't it? That almost looks like the sun there, doesn't it? Coming up over a mountain ridge. The CPU's peaking. Yeah. I hate it when it does that. It makes it really hard then. And we're getting reflections as well, I think. That's why it's a bit confusing. As we're converting various colours to other colours to see if anything pops out. So what have they done here? Filming the sun coming up and just played around with the colours. Definitely looks like a mountain and some trees here. Don't look like any UFO. Are we getting reflections? Is there a reflection going through here? It could be a shape of a tree there, right? So that could be a tree and the lights behind it. And we've got a mountain range, trees. Just keep watching, see what else we can get. So it could be behind a tree. It's just illuminating the whole tree. A shrubby tree. Let's see. Are we seeing more trees? No, it still looks like the sun and a hill line and trees again, doesn't it? So it's got to be reflections off the window that's not helping us. All the smudginess out here. Showing it through a car window. Can we actually see his face there? Does it look like his face and the edge here? I think it might be his face reflecting. Looks like his eye, mouth, nose maybe. In the window. See here, the edge here. We're definitely seeing an edge of a car window here. So it looks like a reflection there, reflection here. And that looks like the sun coming up. Can't be that stupid, surely. Let's keep on going.
So what happens when the camera shuts off? We don't have any answers at the moment. All we know is that apparently this was captured in North Carolina in the woods. You could see that it was foggy, and at one point you can make out some kind of triangular craft just hovering there with no noise whatsoever. Could this be a map?
Okay, he rings that's a triangle. So let's just grab that one. I think we've got several things here mixing together, haven't we? Not one event, but two fill-ins joined together. Something doesn't look right anyway. You know, if you film something like that, you normally go back to the same spot in the daytime and just do a 360. And so this is where I filmed it from. again, they're not using any of the apps to rule out planes. This could be like a low military exercise again. What we're seeing as fog is probably flares, you know. The smoke coming off a flare there. Is it still being filmed through a car window, though? Looks like it could be, isn't it? So we got red illumination flare, and we got red, and looks like maybe a white one been dropped. Maybe that's why it's so super bright. Right, that could explain it. I'll just reset that again. That could be one of those really, really bright illumination flares, right? Or a whole cluster of them being lit off. And this one here on the video looks like a flare. Look, we got smoke coming off it. TR3B, I'm not sure of. I think we got camera artifact forming one line. But anyway, I did actually save it, so let's have a look. It takes a while to analyze some of these, as you can see, to figure out what's going on, because you've got to always think deception. Deception. Might have to readjust myself on the bed here. My arm's going to sleep. Now let's see what the filter brings out this time. Again, a lot of colours in it, which is really rare to get. All this here. Oh, there you go. You can chop down quite a lot of the colours. Now we only got that to deal with. And you can see there's no triangle. He was saying the triangle was there to there. That kind of looks like cloud cover there. And the foreground, we know there's a rise at one point in the video. But has he zoomed back out again? Or back in? So it's looking at the sky more than it is at the edge. He's zoomed back in, hasn't he? Again, it looks like clouds. And a flare to me. And another flare that's just lighting up now. Or going out. But yeah, no triangle black shape is popping out. We should be able to see it by moving this around if there was something there. And it should have nice straight sides. And there's nothing there. There's a lot of cloud, maybe smoke from the flares. So I'm calling BS on this one. Military exercise they're filming.
Triangular craft just hovering there with no noise whatsoever.
Okay, let's take another one. He's saying that there could be one. So let's take a snapshot there. He hasn't done any filtering on it, has he? And they haven't actually drawn where they're saying the triangle is as well. There's so much better ways they could present something if they wanted to do it properly. We lost our mods. Can you get rid of that spammer there? Spammer, not spanner. Click on the dots that say reports, and then tick the top circle and hit OK. Yeah, so there's something here he's saying, is it? Let's see what the filters reckon. Okay, it looks like layers of clouds. And what they're saying is black, because all these are black, right? And this tool here is swapping out various shades of black for other colours. And let's just see better what's going on. We can overexpose it. And the triangle's disappeared. And we can really underexpose it. Come on, CPU. There you go. Hardly any light now. More coming. And there's nothing there. Just cloud. I think that might be a reflection off the window here. Reflection off the window, you see. Probably can see the guy's face again, probably. Bit pixelated though. I think it's just reflection from inside the car. Yes, a garbage. No TR3B. So I'd like them to prove that's a TR3B, because I've just proven it's not even remotely. It's not even 3 dots of lights. Now this scene here is different though, isn't it? Definitely different. What did he do there? Did he switch videos, or... Let's just have a go back again. Okay, could he be filming it from a plane? I don't think so. What's he filming it from? It's got to be a car. Is it? Ah, here we go. I think if you look carefully there, you can see the speed dial reflected in the mirror window. See that there? Looks like a speed dial. You got the numbers going around in a circle. So it's in a car or a truck or something like that. Whether he's on a bridge, I don't know. Looking down. But 3 military flare drops illuminating the cloud cover. And we got some tree here, which I believe is close to the car. So where's the line of the mountain range coming, or whatever it is? Okay, look like the lights pan downwards there. You know, I'm starting to think this is actually a concert. He's trying to sneak a peek view of a concert, and they're using white and red lights, which kind of look like military flares. And of course, they probably got some pyrotechnics as well, these concerts, don't they? And they fire up some flames. Is it a Ozzy Osbourne concert? Something like that. So he had some fake noises in the background of birds or whatever it is, crickets. That's one of those concert ones where the beams lights go up and down, right? I think we got the answer. Might be a practice setup or something like that, maybe. And now he's panned back some. Now we're starting to see edge. Yeah, it looks like a house, a tree, sorry. It does look like it could be a stage there, is it? But hard to tell. Well, it looks like it's like a light display for a concert.
So what happens when the camera shuts off? We don't have any answers at the moment. All we know is that apparently this was captured in North Carolina in the woods. You could see that it was foggy, and at one point you can make...
North Carolina, I wonder if it's true location. Let's see if there's any concerts here. Carolina, USA concert. How does that spell it? Here we go. Be funny if it was Ozzy or Osbourne on the list. Okay, so we got Britney Spears, Beach Boys, Alan Parsons. Is he doing live concerts? That would be worth watching. Symphony. That's the sort of thing they would do light patterns with, wouldn't it? With classical music. Gaelic Storm. That sounds like something that would be using lots of lights. When was this filmed? Do you know? Where is it? This was put up in... Where is the date? That's strange. Where's the date? So it's 2020. Just happened, so it would have to be February, wouldn't it? Maybe Jan. Okay. So these ones are coming up. Yeah, so there's plenty of concerts. Don't know, we might be able to stumble across the answer, even some video clips. You never know where someone's been filming them. I think this week. Okay, let's see. Looks like a big event thing there. Certainly got a lot of spotlights above here. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. That's inside though. We need to look for outside concerts, I suppose. Here's another one. Awesome concerts in Raleigh. Okay, so that's got a lot of trees there, and it's in a dip. But what does it look like far away? That's the question. Okay. Looks like they like lots of bands over that way. And here's all that smoke they use. So it makes the beams of light look better. And here's one that's probably moving the spotlights, and they've got the white and red ones. And there's no one that's outside. That one's got all the spotlights. There's another constant value venue. And there's a mountain range there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's got to be a concert thing that someone's filming that's being set up, right? That's my best guess for that one. Anyone else got any other ideas? Just say down the side. Oh, Michael, a third face replaced a lot of the shows, so it's hard to say. Yep. Here's another one we can make a moderator that can help us out from time to time. Alright, so you got the... No, you haven't got the spam, it's still up there on my screen. I'll just report it then. Maybe it's just a copy. So what else we got here? And analysing authentic footage or debunking a fake? Well, we're just looking at all footage and we're just trying to decide whether it's real or fake. Yes. But this one from third phase, I think it's a concert being set up. Outside concert.
Some kind of triangular craft just hovering there with no noise whatsoever.
Okay, we proved there's
Could
no
this be
triangle.
a massive
Yeah.
hoax or the real deal? That's what we want to find out right here at Third Phase of Moon. Welcome everybody in this live premiere. We've got the link right now in the description, and I'm putting it in the chat. Share this with your friends. Ask them, is this the TR-3B or some kind of extraterrestrial close encounter with an unknown craft, or is this possibly maybe just a movie set? Right now, we're looking at the video. We heard the
music
person who shot it. He says, get down, get down. He wants to get out of sight. Maybe he wants to be a little stealthy approaching a craft like this. I don't blame him. I would kind of be
So that's typical spotlights
stealth
moving
mode
up and down,
myself
right?
if I wanted to get a closer look at it. And that's what he seems
We're
to do
setting up
in the
the
video.
computer program for
Unfortunately,
it
we don't have
to go in time with the
anything else
music.
after this. Was he taken? Or was this maybe just some kind of plan and big hoax? Again, we don't have the answers, but it is provocative, and that's why we're sharing it with you. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this might be just too good to be true. This is interesting footage. It almost looks like something out of the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Let's start it up from the beginning. Right there, we're seeing these two orbs kind of descend in the force. That's pretty damn cool. And then we see the third orb just kind of pop
I think
up.
they're just rotating.
This is, if it is indeed real,
They're on a
it's some
boom.
of the best footage I've ever seen. But I'm not going to...
He says that every footage. This is the best I've seen. Like, best, yeah, best.
everything away and say this is a real deal. This could possibly be just somebody trying to fantasize, and
It's probably cranes, yeah, lifting it up there, trying to get the right height. Probably someone saying, up, 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 no, too far, come back down again. We've seen it before with crane videos where they're setting up a stage and then dismantle it later. Anyway, just keep on moving. So that was the famous TR3 footage. No. Taking the internet by storm. There'll be some viral advertising for a concert coming up. We've already looked at this one, haven't we?
Volcanoes, are they tunnel
We decided that one was actually a drone.
systems that they go through? Very good place to hide. Well, food for thought. We still don't know what that is. Let's go to the next report.
Oh, they get pretty loud. Sometimes they're not
It's
so
proof,
loud.
in my opinion, that this isn't no reflection. So, what are these two?
So we've done those ones already, so we don't want to repeat, do we? It's clearly a balloon. Hot air balloon, I think. Anyway, let's just move out of there. We can close that down, maybe get some speed back again. Probably should have saved some of them for fun now I think about it. Oh no, we already got a fun now, so it's alright. Okay, next one. NASA can't explain ISS footage. Okay, let's see if we can. One of you mods, get rid of that spam. Yeah, if you can.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you from our panel members.
Something significant in way of what we see in our skies today. Whether this be consistencies, overt...
Ships don't stop in the middle of the sky like that. What's gonna stop in the sky to stay?
I think we debunked these ones already as well.
You see one falling right there? You see that? I don't know, dog. Look it. You see one falling right there? You see that?
Looks like flares again.
I don't know, dog. Look it. Check this out. You see them forming, and then there's another one popped out of the sky. Look at that.
Yeah, that's some flare, mate. That's what flares do. And parachutes.
They just appeared out of nowhere. You see that? But watch this. Let's go.
That could be skydivers doing a practice run too. Yeah, this. I think we've done all these ones. So we'll move on to the latest. Okay, the shoe one we've definitely done.
Magical and neat.
Down so you could see it.
Yeah, so we know that's a spider thread. And the spider's made a little cocoon that it's riding in. On to the next one. Here we go. This one here. Hey guys, why are you not getting rid of the spammers for us? All these ones with the spammers can get rid of the spammers. Click on the three dots. Reports, unwanted commercial content, spam, reports, and okay, and then it gets rid of that on our side chats. So that's all you have to do. How many we got? Oh, we got 6 watching. Don't expect that much to be there. That's a bit of a shock. Normally I only get 1 or 2 joining me.
5, he managed to grab his cell phone and capture this. Watch.
I got F word. Okay, so what do you reckon it is, guys? Yeah, so we can see there's 2 objects straight away. And we can zoom right in. And that's the best we're probably going to get. So you can see it looks like a square with maybe some whiteness in the middle of it. And that looks kind of like a tic-tac. And it looks a certain distance away. Alright. So what you can do with those ones is not much, but if you've done enough of these videos over the year, you know straight away what you're looking at. And I will go over it quickly. CPU's playing up still. Come on. You can do it. Slow machine. Okay. Okay, so thanks if you've been getting them. Doesn't hurt to report them twice then. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it's so delayed. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Side chat. If you're behind me and you do it, it should almost be instant then. It looks like we're going to have to bring up the editor again, unfortunately. Resize. Let's have a look. Still not much bigger. I suppose we could go a wee bit bigger again. Copy. Paste in a new image. And resize again. Like a telephoto digital soon. Well, actually, this is a wee bit better. But Yep, now we run that through some filters. Now we can play around with the contrast. It's not going to help us much. This is where we need to use some clever filtering, swapping colours with colours and see what pops out. And you can see there's a fair different range of colours here. Sort of gives us idea. That looks like it's not straight lines, so it's sort of got little wavy bits in it. We know atmospherics can cause distortion, but you can see it does sort of have like a fabric look to it rather than a solid. I was hoping to get some of the white bit in the middle enhanced. That's so much crap in this low res. That's really blurry, isn't it? Might better get better if we sharpen it first. So let's try that. I'll do the sharpen. Which does add some white brightness artifacts to it, which will get around the edge. That's to do with data compression, because the video is compressed. We can play around with how much is whitened. Does look like it's got something in the middle here in white. And now if you look at it like that, definitely looks like a piece of fabric, doesn't it? Now we've sharpened it. So what's fabric? Kites, banners. What else? Airships. And it looks like a tic-tac regardless of what we do to it here. And we know that planes often look like tic-tacs when they're far away. So that's probably a banner plane, right? And we can't see the tail line, unfortunately. But it would go probably to that one, obviously the front one here. And maybe one going up, a cable going up to middle way here. So what they want is the banner to lean over, right, so people can read what's on it. So we're looking at a 2D image of a 3D object, right? So yeah, so a banner is normally a rectangle, right, like that. And you're going to have some words on it in the middle, which are obviously going to be what it's trying to promote. I wonder if we can do that with the twister. Let's just try that. We can do it with a layer probably. Paste. New layer. Layer. Rotate. See if we can do that. Haven't tried this before. But yeah, as we're trying to rotate that so the people on the ground can read it. There we go, almost got it there. I got the one below it though, unfortunately. I'll just move it out the way. Move that one Oh, don't want to rotate it that way. I just want to move it out the way of the other one. Okay, let's try it there. Rotate. See if we can get the same shape of the diamond. There we go. Almost. Can't quite get it there. It's very hard. There we go. It's getting closer. So I say mine's too rectangle. So this would be more of a square shape, I'd say. But you can see where I'm going. Okay, so this is flapping around on the wind. So where would it be tied to? It'd be something like this arrangement here. Oh. Flatten. Deselect. Okay, so there'll be a tow line to there, and it probably would have one going to there, one going to there, one going to there, probably something like that. So if we carry that on through, connect to there probably, and it'll be a white cable that you don't see, and then it would have support lines probably. Something like that. Or maybe they have two lines. Mind you, they don't normally have two lines because it gets tangled up. But anyway, I think that's what they've done. And of course we ain't got enough detail to zoom and actually prove it's a plane. But what we can do is we can look for examples. And Scott has actually done that for us. Scott Brando put out a side-by-side comparison. And we'll just go to his channel. Hey, we lost everybody. What's happened? Going to sit on the bed. Okay. What's the spammers? I don't know. They seem to be from Russia, somewhere like that. Okay, Scott Brando. And let's see what he's got up. Oh no, not that one. Isn't that Mr. Ed? Third phase, CGI. Hoax channel, third phase, there you go. Here's the original source. Here we go. Diamond-shaped UFO filmed over Los Angeles. They were saying it's the Calvine one from UK that Nick Pope apparently had on a photograph on the wall behind him that was taken down. And you can see that's just craziness just to say that is the same craft with a jet chasing it. In this case it's jets in front. Already exposed yesterday. Okay, so it's still doing the rounds. Let's just open it up and have a watch of his demo. Here we go. Did we give it a tick up? I haven't logged in, so I can't give it a tick. Okay, let's just go through it.
They're not even moving.
Yes, it is. It's far away.
Still. And
why would the plane not be moving then? So that sort of counteracts the argument of it being a jet. Oh no, two spammers, is it? So what's going on? You're going to grab that one for us? Look at these high mass lights they've got here too.
There it is. What the fuck is that?
Banner plane, mate. If you had open at the time, flight radar or plane finders, it probably would have said that was a Piper, and it would have told you it was owned by a banner company.
That's a motherfucking UFO.
Why do people have to talk like that? Okay, these are drawings and photographs and stuff. Because the original photographs went missing. What's this really interesting case? I've talked about this case in the past. Have you seen a live show on it? You can search up on the name. Apparently they've locked down the files of that for another 50 years, so we're not going to find out. We're all going to be dead to see what it really was, whether it was some sort of stealth blip that went wrong from America that we've heard about. We won't know. Or whether it's aliens. Yeah, so now he's got a clearer shot, a better phone of a banner plane, and now you can start to see that's got wings on a plane, and you can see the right in the middle there a lot better. I'll just zoom it. Oh, there you go. In fact, it's actually black and white. White and the other way around. From a distance, it doesn't look like that. When we zoom in, now we've got clarity. It's white with black writing. As he said, misidentified. Can we see the plane? There you go, Piper. Turn it. It's either Piper or Cessnas that do it, right? So yeah, I need to get rid of that one. What's happened? I've got too many things open. That's why I got this little add-on here. Close current tab. There we go. So what else has he put up that while we're here, have a look, we might have a look over. So the banner plane again. Banner plane again. Banner plane again. And is that one we just looked at recently? Is it hoax promoting claiming it's a UFO? Oh, right, that's a high mass light. Let's have a look. Alright, so it's lighting up the beam. And a high mass light with 6 lights on the top. Fairly obvious. Yeah, another one in the distance. Oh no, that's a plane. Sneaky little buggers, isn't they? You can see that's a plane with a flashing light. Small passenger jet of some kind. It's gonna go in the beam. No. Now we're getting lens flare from the light even. Okay, so garbage. What's this one? Triangle-shaped UFO spotted on US aircraft carrier. Okay, that's the TR-3B one that we know is section 51. And that's where we left off with Scott last time. Okay, so there's nothing much new there apart from the banner plane. Okay, let's see what else these clowns have got.
Were walking into Scottish Highlands close to Calvine when they suddenly...
See, this is why these guys are different information. If it should tell the uploader... Oh, you could have solved that quite easily just by installing the smartphone app and just aiming it at the sky. Make sure you get the GPS right, and then it will tell you what's there. Straight away they're into this fantasy story which sells the story, right, to... And then we've got a clickbait title here. They're not just trying to hide anymore. Crazy footage. Now you're going to click on that and watch it, aren't you? 37,000 views. My titles are more practical than that. Mine are truthful. Their ones are disgusting.
Suddenly saw something incredible, a diamond-shaped craft. It was hovering there for a...
This is curious. Some say that this might be a plane pulling a banner, and that's a possibility. We see them all over the place in California.
See, these guys know us, but they like to sell a story.
Yeah, this is unique. Look at the shape of that craft, or whatever it is. If it's a banner, it doesn't look like it's being dragged in the correct way. It almost looks like it's being escorted with something else. I'm not seeing any lights on this smaller craft. If it was...
That's because it's one of those banners that they want angled downwards so people can read it on the ground properly instead of sideways.
You'd think you'd see some blinking lights on it. And notice the craft itself.
No, cameras don't always pick up. It's at pixel level as it is at the moment, right?
The larger one, it doesn't seem to waver like a flag in the wind.
Now let's get to the next...
It's too far away to say that.
Video, watch this.
There you go. So I analysed this one previously. So I'll just how long we going for? I'll just better keep an eye on the time. There you go, you can see it's film portrait, and look how he's digitally zooming in. So we'll just go over these ones. So what will you see straight away is something similar in the foreground. One of these high mast lights. Right. And they got one over the road there. And they got one that's actually on top of a building, not a post here. So what are we looking at? We're looking at another light, which is so far away that the camera can't make out. So it's probably coming down here and on top of a building as well, further down the street, right? So simple, really. This is common sense, right? Looks cool. What was that one? If real, do you think TR3B is just black budget? Yeah, I've been over that in the past show. I don't know if you've watched it. But yeah, if you go to my channel, videos, I talk about the TR3B and that one there. I think it was. No, was it that one? No, it was another one. Let's see. I think it might have been in that one. Oh no. Cool, I do so much. I lose track myself. What's going down? Skywatch. Alright, here it is. The Rise of the TR3B. You want to watch that one. And that will answer your question, hopefully. Instead of me repeating myself all the time. But I did analyse this one, and if you go to my Twitter page, I would have shown you the final enhancement. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Already scribbled off, is it? Here we go. So we got the banner plane, is it? Small paper plane, yep. Here's the street light button, right? So zooming in on that, an editor, we get that. And zooming on this one here, they're claiming to be a UFO. There's an enhancement here. We can't see any additional information there, apart from maybe it looks like buildings, maybe, and maybe something strange going on here. Maybe some cables going across the road, which would be like these ones. So it's further down the street. So again, it looks like it's one of these. Where you can't see the post bending downwards here. So that's the best we could do with that poor footage.
All right, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison, and now I'm scratching my head and I'm kind of confused. What's dragging what? We have a cigar-shaped craft to the right, and
nothing's
to the left,
dragging there.
Flying saucer, again, almost diamond-shaped craft, just hovering there. Two different locations, but very similar indeed to the video we just witnessed. Again, we're rolling it, and we got a good close-up of this cigar-shaped craft. And what is this to the left? It doesn't look like any kind of drone, and if it is, it's super large. Why would it be dragging a small little advertisement banner like this? And if it is an advertisement banner to the right, again, it's not undulating, it's very rigid.
So
as well as this
another possibility which I thought about was that we saw some cables, look like cables underneath it. This could be one of these lights that actually strung with the cable going across to buildings, right, rather than using the post. But when I enhanced it here, they've done something here. It looks like they changed the angle, something's not quite right here. See, it looks like more of an angle on that one. It looks like a reflection of part of the post there, but you can't get it there or further down, maybe because it's foggy or something. But it could be a cable light too.
Shaped craft just hovering there. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Blake, that looks like the gimbal, if you ask me, the one to the left. Now, what's supporting this up in the air? These aren't helicopters or drones. What we're looking at is
hand filming it, and he's moving around with the hands.
Weird. Do you actually see
not on
this?
a tripod.
And look at that dark object. It looks like a flying saucer cloaked in the shadows.
Those look lampshade guys.
UFO just staggered right next to it. They seem to be in sync, almost like they're dancing in midair. This is wild stuff. Let's just look at this closer. Again, can we rationalize what we're looking at here? This is pretty amazing stuff. I did. Again, I don't see any rotor blades on the left craft. This dark.
So they'll pad it out, right? They'll just keep on talking garbage. Okay, let's just move on. This one we just solved. And they're trying to compare it to this one, are they? Saying it's not a banner plane.
Third phase of moon. Hit that thumbs up, and we've got
hit the thumbs down, guys, not up.
more information. Now, this is what here we
okay,
present. Here's
one.
A couple examples of things not to share with us on third phase of moon, and this again is just a.
Yeah, we got a flashing light every second. What's that tell you? And they're not using the apps like a professional sky watcher should use. Plane Finder, Heavens Above app. It's a plane, right? That one's
airplane.
A plane.
You see the strobing light, but when you capture something like this, now.
So they even said it was a plane. See? So I'm not lying. Okay, so now we're getting something that's moving quite fast, and it's obviously closer to the camera.
Now, this is when you send us the footage. Watch this thing take a angle that defies physics. Watch closely. Boom. Now, that's not a satellite. That's not a bird. This is...
And that's a bird. Birds do fly angles like this. It's on an air current. And we're looking at a 3D representation on a 2D screen. So that can cause us a bit of head scratching because we're not seeing it fly three-dimensionally into a loop.
Something unconventional, like the perfect case for
he didn't
the
zoom
UFO
in,
phenomenon.
Did he?
And it's...
Now he's starting to zoom in there. Let me see if I can step it. Is it working now? Here we go. Terribly not centered, I mean. So the camera's moving as well. And you can see it's on long exposure because you get these long streaks. So the shutter's open for maybe 1 or 2 seconds there. So more light's going in to this night vision. Okay, now the focus is back on this. Looks to me like it's flapping wings. It's a wee bit hard to tell because it's very small. We'd have to zoom in too. It looks like it's flapping wings there, slowing down quickly. It's on thermals, I think. And it's still coming down. And it's flipping its wings, slowing down pretty quick. Now it's aiming somewhere else here. Still coming down here. I reckon it's a goose or a duck or something. Is it still going? Just keep an eye on that one. It's still there, but it's fading. What's going on now? Didn't suddenly start flipping off in a different direction. Must have done, because we didn't see. Look, it sort of looks like it's moving up and down a bit there. Now it's sort of diving again. It could be a bat. Another possibility. You get a lot of bats flying at night, and some of them can be quite big. But he hasn't got it on a tripod, he's moving it around all the place, so it's a bit hard to really get a fix on it. Especially with all that motion blur, so...
Possible propulsion behind it, but I like watching this.
Wings!
The total eyewitness testimony of what a UFO is, you hear it all the time. But boom, they changed directions at a blink of an eye. 180, a 190 degree angle turn. That's what people say. Watch this again.
But we didn't see that on the step by step, did we? We see it come down, and it sort of did a loop, and then went back. Because it faded. Remember, it went like this, and it faded, and then it started going back this way, and then it started speeding up again. To me, that's natural. Like, if it suddenly stopped in the sky, then we have to go, no, that can't be natural. Like if it was coming down here and then suddenly stopped, bang, dead still, and then shot off vertically, you could say that's 100% alien craft. But when you're looking at little dots in the sky like this with no apps being used as well. Also, it could be a drone, couldn't it? Couldn't a drone do that as well? Come down very fast, do a quick circle and zoom off that way. Let's keep on watching it. It's on an angle, which drones tend to be when they're going fast.
What
slowing
is
down
the
now? See how it slows down?
This object able to make this maneuver. Brett, I want to get your thoughts.
No, you just don't see it there. When you see it better on the frame by frame, but it didn't suddenly stop and then go that way. Looked like it was still moving that way, faded and went back that way.
Wild, great capture. Look at the way it just screams down and then it staggers and then it creates.
Why is
its
it
own
in black and white
pathway,
here and then
it
goes
seems to think
green
about
screen?
where it wants to go next. And I've never seen anything like this. We know a satellite.
So that means it's got more saturation here as it went from black to green.
Don't maneuver like this.
Let's see.
Unless it's...
just trying to get it so we can see it going. Where's it disappear to? There. It looks like a cloud or fog cover there though, doesn't it? There's something moving there. I think I might have missed it again.
That's being hidden from us. Exactly what might be going on here. Check this out. New UFO.
Yeah, they've already gone past it.
What is the meta?
Yeah, the propulsion. So it fades there. And then it's going through cloud cover. And why is it slowing down if it's a UFO that can sort of zoom off at high speed? It's got to be something natural. Still there. Still turning. And it's gone to that cloud bank and we lose it. I think it's turning, right? And then it goes back the other way. It's just because you don't see it with your eyes, you think, oh, suddenly it stops.
Brett, I want to get your thoughts.
And let's get out of this. Push all the right buttons on the mouse. So yeah, that's what you can do with zoom anyway. And I think I said the same up here. Meta propulsion, air currents and wings. That's what I said there. Okay, next one. This one looks like an old one. Haven't we done this one before? So this is the Chinese festivals that's going on, which they got a lot of drones in the sky, airships as well. Whereabouts is it, did they say? No, of course not. That looks like an Asian building though, doesn't it?
We're going to get a close-up look at this. Captured...
Okay, so what's the red flag here? No apps used again. No flight radar or anything like that. No heavens above to prove it's not International Space Station flying over in 5-minute range.
Over China. What is going on?
What's going on in China? We know it's the Chinese New Year, right? Yep. I've said that for many years, and I've actually pointed out some of his worst ones. You can find the truth on Mr. MBB on my website playlists. Yeah. We need sync cameras, perhaps, and a hexagon grid, so we could measure the distance. Well, if you've got stereo cameras, you can know how big it is then, can't you? And get a better estimate of the size as well as the speed, right? More cameras the better. So what are we looking at? It looks like it's on a slope here, so it could be a plane, it could be a drone.
And here, is this again more objects?
Again, more objects like drones ready to film festivals.
Revealing themselves.
Okay, so then it went down, and then the camera moved, and then it went horizontal, just like a drone would
across
do.
Major cities. This thing has interesting undulation mannerism to its flight pattern in the sky. I'm trying to make it out of what it could possibly be, and right now I don't have any answers. That's why
people
we're
are
putting
filming
these
the
videos
lights
up.
on
We're
the
trying
building.
to figure this out. And this was coming in from China this week. And we're going to get another closer look at this as it traverses behind the buildings, giving it some scale and size. I would have to imagine that it's at least maybe 40 to 60 feet in length here. And there's glimpses
you can't
within
tell
the video
size
that shows
from
clarity of this craft as I get a closer look at.
So is it actually moving behind the
Putting
building?
these videos
In
up. We're
front of it?
trying to figure this out. And this was coming in from China this week. And we're going to get another closer look at this as it traverses behind the
Definitely looks like it comes from behind, so it could be an air blimp.
buildings, giving it some scale and size. I would have to imagine that it's at least maybe 40 to 60 feet in length here. And there's glimpses within the video that shows clarity of this craft as I get a closer look at this. And I like the way it undulates. It's almost like the gimbal rotating. It's rotating as the
Looks
pilot
like one of those
stated. And
blimp
then
cameras that we looked at that they use in these places now. They got blimp cops now in China. They're remote controlled, and they're like American using how they sit in a little war room flying the American drone planes with rockets on it. They do the same with the police now in China. And they use these fast moving drone airships with cameras and GPS and all that on it, so they can film chase speeding cars and other people. But I'd say this could be a police doing a run around for the Chinese festival there. Chinese police, I should say. Airships. And straight away we get some images. Okay. Police airship. Avatar. Yeah, that's kind of interesting one. We want the real ones. If we can get an image. Probably need to search China. Solar powered blimp. Airship. No. They're really hard to find because I need to search in Chinese, I think. Now this is something the Skinwalker Ranch needed to do on their TV show a long time ago. Just set up some stationary blimps with all their test equipment on it in high res. So you're not going to give it to us, guys. Let's see, aerial robots, police. Let's have a look at that one. Airports. So that's China there. So they call it robot airships. I wonder if we've got artificial intelligence. There's a picture of one there. Airbots, police airship, police transformable airship. And they're white, and they got logos on the side. And there you go. I'm not sure if that's one with people in it or just a camera thing underneath. But there are ones they control from a command center. They're not going to show us. That's it. I don't think, yeah. They got various size ones probably. What else we got? But anyway, you can believe me, I found one. We could probably narrow it down. Chinese police airship. New Year celebrations or something. Where's the way gone? There it is. Yeah. The keys are really hard to read. 20, 22. New aircraft rises like a balloon. BBC there. Police. What have we got here? Police Day marked across China. Okay, what are they doing there? Celebrate being human rights abused. Let us bash you. So they got propaganda flags. Where's the blimps? Where's the blimps? Give us some blimps. And they're going to show us the new technology. Damn it. Close current tab. Okay, keep on looking. I had a good one in a few live streams back 6 months ago. They actually showed your command center as well. Don't know if they called them airships though, but they called it air bots, didn't they? Anyway, you can do some searches on that if you want. But that's what it looks like here. It looks like one of these blimps.
Has this upward angle and downward sway as it traverses behind this large building. Again,
and of course, with the RC ones, you can actually move them quite fast and turn them down on angles quite to chase people. Of course,
I mean, scale. Look at the skyline of China. It's crazy what's going on in Hong Kong.
Not really. It's a festival. They do rabbit on. Yeah, what do we got here? Anything? Just more promoting off their music album. It was just terrible. Yeah, so on to the next video. How are we going for time? 2.5 hours already. Damn. Okay. I think there's only one left to do. I think that one there. I've lost my microphone. Hang on. I'll get it back, hopefully. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me, but I can't hear it. I leaned on the cable. Might have to get a clip for that, so I can never do that. Okay, we're back now. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep, I can hear now. Okay, let's carry on. Sorry about that. It's getting really hot in here too. The sun's come up. It's afternoon temperatures now. Is that loud enough? Okay, we've got a little dot far away, so that's pretty pointless so far, isn't it? Advertising balloon, is it? On a tether.
South America rocks it again with the broad daylight sighting of something very peculiar in the sky. I'm trying to figure out what's the propulsion behind this. What is making...
Oh god, don't you just want to slap him? Wake up, Blake. You know it's a helium balloon. It's on a tether. It looks like a Jesus Christ figure.
This object seemed to levitate and defy physics with unknown propulsion behind it. I've got my brother here, Brent, and he's looking at this right now.
What is that, Jesus Christ
earlier
figure?
Today, and that's why we're sharing it with you right now to get your guys' opinion of what this possibly could be. I'm not seeing any kind of wind in the area, so I'm going to have to roll out a kite.
The tree's not moving.
The birds give some perspective.
It's like a half a man. Like you can see the arms, head, and the body. Why would you have half a man floating in South American skies? Well, it sounds a very churchy thing, doesn't it? Buckle up. Could be an angel, I suppose. Do they have a shape like that? Why is it not going back out? Alright, actually hit the full screen there by mistake. Okay, so half angel. Let's have a look at angel balloons. Angel balloon. Helium, sort of thing a church would have above it. Let's see. Don't think there's any of those. It may not be an angel because okay, so let's try half man. That's not half a man. Character balloon is what we want, probably. Let's try character balloon. I don't know. Some character that. Would it be from a movie? Could be advertising a movie at the moment, couldn't it? It kind of looks like a man there, but I suppose, you know, we're just using pareidolia there. Could it be a dolphin? With, something else added onto it. So there's all sorts of possibilities, isn't it? I want to assume
as they fly by. This craft is very unusual. I don't see any kind of suspension. I don't see any evidence of a drone. What's going on here, guys? Brent, what's your thoughts?
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Blake, this is pretty badass footage to say the least. We're looking at something very peculiar. When people have things to talk in the UFO community, we should just go straight for the evidence. The UFOs. When it comes down to it, we need to see it and talk about it and break it down. Some of this infighting, what's going on, needs to be left back in 2021. We're moving on. It's 2022, and we're looking at great footage right here. Blake just said a couple things. What's keeping this up in the air? This thing's quite large, and it's unusual shape. It leaves you wondering, what could this be? I like the way it just stays there, and the way the birds flew in front of it. I'm ruling out that this is CGI. What we're looking at is something real, and this is a great capture. Now, the big question, what is it?
That's a good question, Brent. And what's another thing that you're stating is the platform, such as UFO Twitter, sometimes basically refuses to share the evidence.
So, what is it? Sometimes we can get it, but this one looks a wee bit...
it's from the public as it comes in.
Blurry. I don't know if we can get any better image of it.
South America rocks it again.
Okay. Rocks it again, guys. Okay, let's grab it. See if we can identify it a bit better. does look like a guy that's half body. Why would you put half a body guy out in the sky though? That's kind of crazy. South America is a bit like that though, isn't it? Okay, let's see what we can do here. Because obviously they haven't tried to enhance it whatsoever. And just talk a load of crap about it, like they usually do. But they're not experts. I'll tell you what, they are experts at deception. That's one thing they're experts at. Now let's do some enhancements, see what pops out. Okay, we can just try the usual. Let's set to the other one. Oh well, we'll set it to colour swap then. Got two ranges happening here. Okay. Sort of changes it a bit, doesn't it? Damn CPU. CPUs are not keeping up. Let's try. CPU's gone. Come on. Must be doing a lot of page swapping, I'd say. So it's all the blacks. Yeah, CPU. It's terrible. Like this ain't got fine control over it at all. And that is just terrible. Let's try again. I was just getting a Solarette. That one's not working too good. Separate RGBs. What else we got? Try that one. Yeah, it doesn't look so much like a man and a hand anymore, does it? Like its hands coming around here. It kind of looks like a dolphin on an angle, doesn't it? But would that be underneath? Kind of looks like a dolphin. Strange. Could it be a bird? Looks like a bird face there, doesn't it? But what's this thing above? It's got to be some sort of advertising balloon, maybe for some crazy food. Could it be a bird with some label underneath of the business? Pets a genie come out of his lamp. A genie come out of his lamp. Yeah, it's possible. Don't think it's an angel. I don't think it's a man now. But if you dial it down there, you could say it looks like a whispery angel man, half body. see if that's it's got to be like sort of brand name down here, isn't it? What is this? Pelican? And you can see how we've gone from that horrible footage here. Makes a hell of a difference, doesn't it? When you analyze it, you can almost see the 3 dimensions now. And it's got some reflection off the head here. It looks like a beak, an eye. Not too sure what that's meant to be there though. It could be a fin on a strange angle. So it could be a fish, it could be a bird, and it looks like some sort of advertising blimp, you know. I'll just say okay to that. So we want advertising blimp. Let's just see if it gives this idea what it could be. We'll just say bird. Because you want something that makes people look up, don't you? So you want something that's sort of different. Rather than those ones. Unless it's got LED lighting scrolling across, then it doesn't really matter too much. Here we go. That's what I'm saying. Someone's being a bit different there. The goose business. What does it say there? Customized advertising balloon. Coca-Cola. Let's have a look at fish, maybe. South America. Oh, there you go. There's a big chicken. It's fairly big. So if you wanted to advertise people that there's like a KFC type chicken place, that would be the perfect thing, wouldn't it? Especially if you light it up. Now here we go. We've got a big parrot, but I don't think it's a parrot. Let's try South America. See what crazy stuff comes up then. Did they say what location, city it was? There you go. That's crazy. SpongeBob on the side. Fireworks. I think we probably have to type in city place, probably. Was it South America or was it, what did they say? They didn't say, did they?
Again, with the broad daylight.
He hasn't talked yet, has he?
South America rocks it again with the broad daylight sighting of something very peculiar.
So it could be Brazil, Argentina, couldn't it? Doesn't tell us much. And I don't think they have a link to the source, have they? Let's have a look. They used to, but they don't put it anymore, do they? Okay, let's try. Oh, I to go on the throat. Advertising balloon again, because they can be more varied shape. South America, which is probably Brazil. Mexico, I would expect even more crazy stuff. Here we go. So far, pretty general stuff, isn't it? No crazy shapes or anything there. Maybe Don's taking a picture of it. That's the closest one. Crazy. Mr. Peanut. Airplane. What else we got? Big sun balloon. And that's it. Okay, so let's try dolphin or something. Someone that lives there will probably know what it is. Where's the H gone? Have I got it this time? See, it's got a really tiny thin. Are they advertising? Yeah, they must be advertising. Something underneath. Okay, let's keep looking. Does kind of look like a dolphin though. That one, especially with the fin. But we want something underneath. Here we go. What's that one say? During a match. See, that one's got something underneath it. Unfortunately, they've plastered something underneath it, so we can't see. Well, there definitely is all sorts of shapes there for advertising balloons. Looks like dolphin is quite popular. Totally different shapes completely, isn't it? Yeah, I think we might have to give that one a miss again. We know it's some sort of advertising balloon. It's the only thing it can be, really. Now, the person's not going to stand there or travel in a car towards it, are they? It's going to suddenly end, and it did, right? So
in the sky, I'm trying to figure out what's the propulsion behind this. What is making this object seem to levitate and defy physics with unknown propulsion behind it? I've got my brother here, Brent, and
he talks a lot of crap, that guy. Lighter than air. Let's get on to the most ridiculous video.
What are we looking at? Appears to be. It seems that they off the Coronado Island, and what are we looking at? Appears to be an ancient civilization. We're doing some wraparound using Google 3D to take a good look at it. What appears to be something with pillars. This structure, whatever it is, seems to be over a mile long, and scientists say that it's slowly moving.
Bollocks. Yeah, it's called, what is it? Plate tectonics.
If you could imagine, about 10,000 years ago, the water was approximately 500 feet lower than it is now. Could it be?
Yeah, so this is probably from sonar maps that Google Earth added onto Google Earth, right?
Possible that a civilization once existed.
And what they've done is they've added, again, that false 3D effect where you can make things look 3D. And it's exaggerated, so these might not be pillars at all. It may be just an artifact from the stretching of the image, right? It's not like they got street view camera down there.
Existed long ago when the water receded 500 feet, where most people would gather by.
It looks like a submarine, man. Come on. Could be a leftover from World War II submarine. Who knows? But to me, that looks just like 3D artifacts caused from stretching a flat image. Pillows. What am I saying? Pillars. Yeah, I don't know.
By the coast to gather fish and other things so they could use the ocean. Could this structure possibly be evidence of an ancient civilization? You could see the massive pillars. Who could have built this and why?
Isn't it the type of words that ancient alien guys use? Could this possibly be? Could it be aliens, you know? Not that it is. This is what we want to know. So, yeah, you get, what's his name? James Cameron with his super deep submarine to go down there and actually film it. It's the only way you can know what it really looks like. You can't just tell from computer image.
Some people are speculating off the coast to this subject of a cataclysmic event that possibly wiped out an advanced civilization 12,000 years ago.
And they left us with Blake Cousins instead. Damn. On to the next one. Balloons again. I saw a bug fly past then. What do you reckon to this one?
Right, we're looking at this video again. I'm kind of slowing it down and I'm trying to get in as close as possible and get a good look at whatever this thing is. But as it comes into focus, it is very clear.
Looks like a bunch of balloons to me.
Unlike anything I've seen before. Let's just
so
put it
far.
that way. Have you guys seen anything like this? It has its own characteristics of a morphine capability. Brent, what do you make of
Morphine?
this?
It's so stationary. That's what caught
Did
my
it say
eye.
morphine?
It doesn't oscillate or move. It seems to be drifting very kind of consciously. It seems to know what it's doing. It's so strange, but it's very cool when she pulls back.
Okay, I think it's a cluster of balloons, isn't it? And anyway, you can see it's out of focus. But it could be a character balloon there. Like Superman or something. Spider-Man. With something else in front of it. Is that the best we're going to get? Let's get an image of it. Where's Dan lately? Isn't he not joining us anymore? He normally shows up about now. Or did I miss him? What are you saying about property there? Yep. Some people fly them around on nylon string, like kids. Some use them like fishing balloons, right? So what's this look like? Through some filtering. Out of focus. Let's see if we can fix that. Blake, what is it? Meta propulsion. We get some artifacts in it now. But it looks like a circle there, doesn't it? Popping out there. It kind of looks like a head and arm, doesn't it? That's our brain trying to match human shapes into things. Looks like more three-dimensional here. I wish we could get it better though. That's the best we're going to get. Yeah, let's run it through some color filters as well. Certainly changes really colours there, doesn't it? So is it one character balloon? Or is it a whole bunch of them? It's a critter. No, it's not a critter. Why hasn't it got any flapping limbs if that's the case? It's best we're probably going to get it. Is that a head? Looks like a head or something, doesn't it? Rather than a balloon. Like a character balloon. And the body goes around here. So what kind of character balloon would it be? Something from Batman, Spider-Man. And what's this over the side here? Yeah, I don't think we're going to figure this one out either. Now we'll look at it there. Okay, so could be some sort of character balloon head and another big balloon behind, because it looks like it's separate. It looks like a character balloon head there or something. Looks like the body going this way and the leg coming out this way, right? That's what I think. Now you can see it looks three-dimensional. And it looks like we've got red and green, maybe. And we are playing around with colour swap though. But that looks like two different colour balloons there anyway. That are really reflective. So, yeah, I don't know. Strange. Two character balloons twisted together somehow. So that could be a character balloon here, going this way. And that's the eyes reflecting. And that's a character balloon on the other side of it. Two strange character balloons. What? I don't know. In fact, that looks like another one here. So the body and the feet, no, but it could be this head looks very similar to this one here. That looks like the same head that's tilted even further around on an angle. So I reckon that could be one of those round mitre balloons that's got maybe a face painted on it. And what we're looking at here could be letter balloons. Could be all jumbled up, tangled together. I think that's possibly what we're looking at. So probably something like whaler balloons. Okay. So you can see we've got all the different colours happening here, right? Out of focus that, and we'll probably get something similar. Which probably can do. Let's just click that. Okay. Let's take this crazy bunch here. Paste into a new layer. Ah, right. That's right, that one saves it, doesn't it? Huh? Where's fog on? That's not it. Where's it gone? It should be at the end. That's what we're looking at already. Did I not save it? What did I do after this? Do something wrong? What have I done wrong? Screen snapshot. It's there. So why can't I see it? Damn. Doesn't tell us the location. Yeah, it's a window glitch where it hasn't updated. Refresh. No. Let's go through them all. I stuck it at the top for some reason. That's strange. Ah, right, because it's Google. That's why. Okay. Gotcha. Figured it out. Yeah, layer. So definitely blue, a red one. Yellow, blues. So every blue that and do comparison. That's starting to look more like that over there. Okay, so rotate it. I think that's probably what we're looking at. Bunch of coloured balloons like that. And you can see these shapes here would form those strange shapes there. And that looks like a face almost. There's probably some other ones out there that better match blurred probably. Like this one here with a face on it. And that could be a yellow one, but because of the sun shining on it, because we colour swapped it as well. What was the original colours? I should have. Yeah. Well, the original colours are pretty much the same, really. I just brightened them, really. It looks like red, yellow, blue. So you can see once you do something like that, now you can start to see how it sort of fits, right? How we perceive things. So if I grab this one here as well, and do the same, although it hasn't got much colour selection in it. We might be able to see the face thing that's popping out a bit better. Okay, it's probably going to put it at the top again. No, let's put it at the bottom this time. Let's put it in the correct place. So yeah, I just don't understand that sometimes. Yeah, so let's see. So they kind of look round, but they're not. They're actually two semi-spheres, right? I'll just put it over that one, yeah. Blur it. Which is very similar to the black eyes there. And we've got the yellow one, so that could be a heart balloon. And that could be a sun balloon. That could be another one that's sort of on its side. If you have a look, it looks like it's on the side, you know, like a pillow balloon. Sort of tilted down, there's the two eyes here. Looks like the same there, but it's on a tilt. Anyway, that's the best I can do there, guys. Close that down again. We've done quite a lot actually today. So what's these clowns going to say it is? A critter?
That you can see that this thing's quite some distance from her. So whatever we're looking at, I'm going to say it's pretty big. I'm going to say probably about the size of maybe a vehicle or a minibus. Notice the lights. It's kind of just reflecting. I'm wondering if these are power source lights or just a reflection off the sun glinting off this object. I just saw that bird fly right next to it too as well. So it gives a little scale of
more and more you look at it,
is.
more and more it
It's
looks
big,
balloons moving around, right? Like it might be separating there too.
Some kind of mylar, but it doesn't seem to me that
Mylar balloons, this is like we just shown. There you go, they're rotated a bit now, they're reflecting light differently there.
It definitely seems that it's there, it's suspended, it's not a drone, it's not CGI in my opinion. I think what we're looking at is legit. It's in the sky. This is great stuff coming out of Japan. Guys, I want to get your opinion. What do you think that was in the sky? Now for
Anyway, we've got something else.
our next submission. It's quite incredible when a police officer reached out to me earlier today and shared his video and testimony in regards to what he captured while he was on patrol. Watch this.
Okay, I think we've done this one before too, haven't we? Looks like a balloon at the moment. Could it be a river balloon this time though? It's not doing anything crazy like a UFO. Looks almost pear-shaped there too. Could it be another advertising balloon that's sort of snapped off? Looks like it's rotating in the wind to me. And if we just had a decent camera, guys, it'd be easy to solve, right? If you had a P1000 on you and you could zoom straight into that, it makes a hell of a difference. Yeah, it's no point chasing in a car like that. You need a
So
telephoto.
usually these kind of videos, I would dismiss them and probably not show them to you because it's hard to tell exactly what this object is. I'm getting a closer look at it, but
He's such a liar. He would show it to you. God, the last one's exactly the same as this one.
in
Come
reality, it could just be anything. But what brings the provenance behind it, the legitimacy, is that it was a police officer that came forward, shared this evidence, and it's not the only time he's captured this. In Illinois.
Yeah, because they have lots of balloons being put up all the time. Kind of looks like a balloon to me. Or even a bunch of balloons again.
So this is interesting stuff.
It looks like two balloons, actually.
And his other police officer mates are actually experiencing weird things.
Yeah, actually,
over
there could be a bunch of
Moni,
balloons. Look,
Illinois.
it's
And
deforming all over the
interesting to,
place.
share this. When law enforcement comes forward and submits incredible video
Doesn't mean it's a UFO, like, it means they're still, like everybody else, confused.
UFO, it really doesn't get much better than that.
Like you just said, the frequency of these meteor celestial events are...
It was captured earlier this month, in November 19th, in Bayshore, New York. He says, we observed the lights in the late afternoon.
Okay.
He says he doesn't know if these were helicopters, military, but he says he did an aircraft track with an application, and he didn't find any helicopters around. He says they first saw the lights coming out from the horizon.
Like LED
then
balloons
he
or
decided to
so.
grab his recording device and capture this. He says there was
LED
almost
balloon.
20 lights in the beginning, but he got something at the very end, and we're glad to
Don't
share
know
it
if it's
with
a
you.
Chinese
He
lantern.
has captured this again in Bayshore, New York, November 19th. Anybody in the area witness anything, any kind of military activity? I want to do a...
Look like two LED balloons to me. Oh no, not a triangle UFO. And it looks like it's on posts. So what are they saying?
Last night I got a highway on the night. I ride this road 4 times, 5 times.
Okay, that looks like it's on the top of a building. There you go, look, you can see the building. It's on the edge of a building, look. It's a high rise, look, you can see a high rise outline here in the dark. I'm not even going to run that through filters. It's a high rise that's going up there, then it goes off here, and then it goes up again. Comes down that way.
Times in the week. If I drive, I see information about the highway. It was a crash accident, car accident.
Attention seeker sent into third phase, you know. Come on. I think we could even run that special thing if I can get to it. That enhances the brightness. Did I have it still on this? Remember when I updated, they screwed up our icons. Can't get to them anymore. I think it's lost a few of them actually. I don't see it. Can't remember what it was called now. They got rid of it, have they? Incompatible with the new version. Damn it. YouTube color filters, could be that one. Can we get it up? Or what did we lose in the process? We always lose one. It's not good. Yeah, we'll just try it. Here we go. That's the one. Brightness. Contrast. It's not helping. Invert maybe. Still needs to zoom in, I think. Saturation maybe. You can see Something happening there. Looks like it's reflecting off a building, but not getting it out very well. Just keep on playing it, maybe.
And something like that. When I drive,
you can see there through the
right
motion.
Of the road was
there you
closed,
go.
And
it's on a
I
building.
see
Look, you see the buildings.
Three lights. When I stop, I pick up my mobile phone and I stop recording this object. When I recorded, this object was what was did not move, just hanging about the night sky. It's really huge. It's really massive. He got
3 lights on the building.
About the football.
They can see the building as
like
it's moving, right? It's showing off the edges.
No noise, just
anyone disagree? Waste of time. Alright, this guy just wants to be on TV or something. Okay, we're finished for the day. Yay! And that's more disinformation put to rest, hopefully. It'd be good to get some real UFO videos, but at this rate, I don't see it's ever going to happen. This, like as I said, UFOs move at hypersonic speeds. Our cameras move at spud cam speeds. The two don't sort of mesh very well. If a UFO passed in front of my skywatching smartphone, even right, it would be just just be one speck. It would just be gone, bang. So I don't think we're going to film it that way. Also, if they use active camouflage, I'm pretty sure we have it. They will have something similar, where it just blends in with the sky anyway. So it's going to be really hard to see them unless there's a malfunction, which does happen occasionally, I believe. But yeah, I suppose we better wrap up for now. I may do another one Sunday, which will be Saturday, and maybe we can get some people on to chat, right? Do a chat with Paul one, open lines one, perhaps. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Sometimes people just don't want to come on and talk. But I know there's some guy that joined Discord that said he'd like to talk about Tyler and all that. They discovered my videos and quite disgusted what they found out. So, you know, it's been there for 6 years, most of them. Anyway, thanks for helping out in the side chat with the ads there, guys. And looks like Michael's the only one left, is it? Oh, okay, we'll see you. Let's see. We'll try Sunday at the same time, maybe around about 12, 1 o'clock maybe onwards. Unless I'm really up early, and maybe do a couple of sessions in the day, who knows. But yeah, I'll do the chat one so it suits the afternoon to evening of USA anyway. And make it not too late to start with and see how we go. And that way some UKers that stay up late can join in. But anyway, that's the plan. And we'll probably call it Chat with Paul number 5. Open lines or something. Anyway, catch you then. It's no good, it's raining over here for sky watching. Overcast, so that's on the back burner for now. And of course waiting for the new equipment to arrive, which sounds like it's going to be March. Chinese New Year and all that delivery. Well, I got 10 likes, so obviously people dropped in and out, liked what they were seeing here, which is good. And the subs are still going up, so that's a good thing. even if it's slow. Oh, I forgot to clear that off the screen. I forgot to do that last time too. Oh, it doesn't matter. Stay there. I'm going to end it now. That's the Today Show. Funny helium balloons. As usual. You should have told me